go make a mistake in you. And if you leave, I go praise you. Been a setup. You don't do your booty, now your body better. I no go live forever. Never, never, never make a no regret. Every day, depend on your mistake. The other day, when I jam Natasha, just say I give all I day banana. Oh, no, be me to a more, na na na. One time for my baby, oh. You know, Sunday or Wendy, oh. Coming like oh, yeah, down when you. And if you give, I could take you. Oh, shake you. I still they study your case. You can no go make a mistake. And if you leave, I could praise you. Because you be my love. I put something for your answer. You bring me some another. You know me, my baby. This one I can do, baby.
Absolutely, guys. Thank you so much for your patience and thank you for joining us. I'm super excited that you guys can take out the time. I know how busy it is to join sessions like this on a Sunday evening when you are attending to your families and friends and colleagues that are chilling with you. I am super excited that you guys find the time. We are 26 on this call. I am believing and trusting that we will end this call, in the next 4 to 5 minutes with about 100 persons. So if you're believing with me, just trust with me that this is going to be a very exciting one. But before we get started, my energy is quite very high. My energy is quite very high right now. Please go to the chat room and tell us 2 things about yourself. Number 1, your location. Number 2, your industry. Let's do that quickly. The reason I usually like to do this in every meeting is so that we can form some relationship. Wouldn't it be exciting if you find someone that is based in your city, here on the call? Or wouldn't it be interesting if you find someone that is in your industry that is also on this call? So please go to the chat room and share. This is the pattern I want you to use. Just say your location, comma, and then your industry. I would say Lagos, then comma, education. Or I would say EdTech. Okay, I see Tolu in Oxford. Thank you, Tolu, for joining. I see Bamiduro, Lagos education. I'm excited. Oh my God, what's happening right here? Glory is in education too. Then it looks like this is fun. Because we're going to talk about how to raise children. And then we have a lot of people in education. Okay, Miriam breaks the ice. Miriam is in agriculture. Anoluakbo is in education and farmer. That's interesting. Draxler is in Lagos ICT. And keep it coming, guys. Keep it coming, keep it coming, keep it coming. This is interesting for 2 reasons. Today is a very interesting day. We want to have a very interesting conversation talking about something that I kind of think that everyone on this conversation already knows about. And for you to be here, it really means that you are excited about this, right? And I am excited too. I mean, I'm super excited. My energy is very high. I love this. I see Deborah. Deborah is in agriculture and bioenergy, Lagos. I see Molola is in Ibadan. She's an entrepreneur. I said David is in Lagos, a student. Okay, let's keep it coming. Just like ground rules, housekeeping rules. Remember, guys, this session, is recorded and then it is also broadcasted live. The reason we broadcast a session like this is so that we can share. We can share this with other people that are also interested in the same conversation. The second thing I want to mention is feel free if you want to put on your video, please put on your video. I like when I'm in a conversation with people and then they have their videos on. It's always very exciting. It really means that I don't feel lonely, that we are literally having a conversation. So if you can put on your video, I'll be very excited to, see your faces. That's always fun. Welcome to Utiva. My name is Aitayo. I lead the Utiva team as the Chief Executive Officer. My job is the most exciting in the world because I get to meet brilliant people every day, right? That is the part that makes my work interesting and exciting. I get to meet people every day. I mean, you think about it, for instance, I am meeting 31 persons on this call right now. And this is what I do for a living and for a given. I get to meet people every time. And it's interesting. I think one day I'm going to run for president because I'll be so popular that I will just say, you know what, I'm just going to run for president because this is very exciting. Today, let me quickly share my screen. Today, we want to talk about something that I find very, very, fascinating. I find it very interesting. But I will give you a little bit of backstory and backdrop so that you can understand why I am, doing this and why my team is very, very passionate about this. The backstory to this is, I graduated from Nigeria, the University in Nigeria, one of the best universities. I was very excited when I was in university. I thought that I was going to be a millionaire at the age of 23 because I thought that I was very, 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 talented. And I was not just a motivational speaker in school. I was a departmental president. I had energy. And I thought that, once I just get to the job market like this, I would execute all the ideas I had in my head. And then I would just be a millionaire at 23 because I'd finished school at 22. But guess what? To the glory of God and the beauty of Nigerian University, I was unemployed for 2 years. I roamed around Lagos for 2 years, frustrated, tired. And the unfortunate part of my own story was that I just lost my mom around the same time. I lost my mom after university, and I was left all by myself, trying to find a job, roaming around all Lagos, looking for a job. I got disappointed multiple times. In fact, one of the organizations that had given me a bad news and they had said they would not be able to hire me, invite me to come and speak at one of their events, I think by next week. And I was just thinking about it this morning, that how beautiful can life be, but my story really changed in 2014. I left university in 2010. I served in 2011. I was unemployed in 2012 and 13. I couldn't find a job. I was struggling, roaming around Lagos. It was a hustle for me, and in those days, I will take on tutorial centers, tutorial projects. I will take on, sorry, give me a minute. Okay. I'll take on tutorial project. I'll take on, assignments and all that just to make ends meet. But it was still a struggle because I couldn't make ends meet. So I was really, really looking for a job, but I got lucky in 2014. But before I tell you what really happened in 2014, I want my colleague Ejiro to introduce herself and tell you what she does at Utiva Kids, and then we'll take it up from there. I'll come back to you. Ejiro, are you on the call with me? Ejiro, mic check.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ejiro Pepe, and I'm the project lead for Utiva Kids. So our job is to ensure that every child in Africa, and we're stretching the limits here, reaching out to even children outside Nigeria, have access to premium tech trainings so that they can take advantage of the changing times. We all know that technology is moving so fast. I want to break the age barrier. I want every child to have access to tech skills. They don't have to wait till they are 20. They don't have to wait till they are 22. So we want to provide this opportunity for them to be able to take advantage of the skills available while they are young, so that they can build on it. And by the time they are 16 or even 15, they already have excellent years great years of experience in it. So that is what we do at Utiva Kids, and we are happy that you want to partner with us to empower these kids, to empower the teens. It's really great to have everyone here with us. Thank you. Anytime.
Thank you so much, Ejiro. That was quite very interesting. So back to my story, unemployed till 2014. I met a mentor. I went for a conference. The guy told me about technology, said, oh, if I really want to be successful, I should start to think about technology. I should read a lot about technology and move into technology. I was like, I studied medical physiology. There was no way I was going to go into technology, although they rhymes, technology, physiology, but I mean, they are two different worlds. He told me about product management and technology, that I should learn product management. Fast track 2015, I got an opportunity to move to the US in 2015. I was in the US between 2015 and 17. I moved back in 2017. I got a master's degree in 2018 in the UK. I moved back in 2019, towards the end of 2019. But there was a time in my life that really made a difference. In 2016, I was invited by a school in the US to come train some kids on design thinking. I was invited to come train them on design thinking. Now, this was a young guy in Nigeria that was unemployed, for 2 years, that had figured out his life and got into technology. I was working with one of the biggest international development companies in the US as a product manager, building technology products in the US. And trust me, the teacher of one of the teachers of this school, met me at a conference, gisting with other people, said, Itayo, I really want you to come around and, introduce my kids. These young kids that you see here are between the ages of 10 and 13, coming. Apologies for that. So these kids that you see on this call are kids between the ages of, 10 and 13. I was invited in the US to speak with them, to have a conversation with them about design thinking. And then I was really, really shocked to the marrow, because these children between the ages of 10 to 13, they had life going on for themselves. They had built technology products. They were doing well. Many of them were partnering. In fact, they had an innovation lab where they could experiment with ideas. And I was forming, I was invited to come and teach them, while I was mesmerized and I was really, really intrigued. I was also trying not to make them feel that I was really, really, excitedly intrigued by the knowledge and the wisdom that these kids had. Guess what? I asked them, what were you working on? Many of them said to me that they were building technology products to disrupt things. Some of them even said they were building technology products to change climate situations. So one of them said he was building a technology product to help people predict, the voting, something of the, I was really, really excited. It's a 13-year-old children, maximum, 13. And you see the vantage of the picture really shows that there are many girls among them. Many girls among them. There were just a few guys among them, but there were many girls among them. And some of them were blacks. You see this lady sitting here is black. This lady sitting here is black. And this guy standing here is a black guy from Lagos, Nigeria, teaching them. Very interesting. So I thought to myself that it would be very interesting to really build a system that helps people generally learn technology. But of recent, we decided to launch a platform that gives children the opportunity to learn technology. Why? Because these children are the future. And the opportunities that we did not have, we need to position them to have these opportunities. That is the goal. So if these kids can become tech bros and tech Cs, they can become successful tech entrepreneurs in the future. And I can tell you for free, one of them In fact, there's a lady, she's a girl. She's a 7-year-old girl. Her name is Olami Posi. Posi was telling me about Laflix, that she's trying to build a platform. She's a girl in our class, very, very brilliant girl. She's trying to build a platform that helps children to watch videos and share videos among themselves, and also interact that, when my friends are watching a video at home and I'm also watching the same video, we can chat about the video and talk about the video. And it's like, wow, this is interesting the way these kids are learning. She's only been in our program for how many weeks now? Age, how many weeks has Bossy been in our class? I think about 3 to 4 weeks. She has learned product design. She's learned web development. She's on app development now. So the goal is to help these children learn technology. Our job is to hold their hands, and get them excited so that they can learn coding, they can learn design, they can learn programming, they can learn robotics. Now, listen to me on this. We're not trying to make them tech people, because not every child would have to be tech, but we're trying to make them fall in love with tech so that if they choose to do whatever they choose to do, they can still be successful in the technology space. And we are partnering with educators, with trainers to deliver this learning. Now, 3 major things that these kids will be learning: UI, UX, which is about designing. Everything you see today has been designed by someone, from your Facebook to your Instagram to your TikTok to your website. Everything is being designed by someone. They will learn to design. They will learn to build websites or web platforms, and they would also learn to build apps or mobile apps. These are the 3 major things they're getting out of our program. And I just thought that I should share with you. So our learning program is a 2-month training only on weekends. So it doesn't distort their school. The child can go to school Monday to Friday. While they are in their house on Saturdays and Sundays, they can learn tech. And this is 100% online. And I will tell you why online is good for a child. The child can sit down in front of his laptop and watch the trainer and also do the same that the trainer is doing. And the sessions are recorded, so that later, if the child wants to learn again and again and again, the child can watch the pre-recorded video or the recorded video of the classes. Now, this training is actually for 60,000 Naira, but we are giving it for the first 100 children or first 100 kids. We are giving it to them at 45,000. Now, let me mention this, that we are only absorbing kids between the ages of 6 to 18. But if you have any child that is below 6, let us know. Our team will conduct an assessment to know if the child can cope. If yes, absolutely. If no, well, we'll have to wait until the child is 6. So we entertain or we admit children between the ages of 6 and 18 into this program. Now, we want to leverage your relationship, because, that is the reason we're on this call, to leverage your relationship and your network, because we know that you can help us reach more kids. And then we want to also pay you for that value. We want you to help us reach more children, and we want to pay you for that value. So we are working with a selected number of people like you, and we call you guys affiliates. We're working with people like you to help us reach more children. Build a relationship with us, help us reach more children, and per child that enrolls, you are paid for that value. Now, what we are trying to achieve is the largest network of partners and affiliates. Largest network of partners and affiliates. We are looking for more people and more people and more people, thousands of people that can help us reach children. Because we're talking about children from almost every part of the continent, right? So we are looking for more people that can help us reach children. And the more, yes, the session is recorded. Don't worry, the session is recorded. And with more kids you help us reach, we'll pay you for that. Right, so what are we expecting from you? Help kids find value in technology. Talk to the parents of the children that, hey, your child can actually learn tech. Tech is the next big thing. If the parents are not convinced yet, invite them to some of our learning programs that are free. We host master classes every weekend. Sometimes in these master classes, we invite children that we had trained in the past to talk to these kids, to talk to those parents and say, hi, mommy, I started with UI, UX, programming and web, and share all the things that they have done, Maybe the parents will get excited and enroll their kids with this. Now, what is the value for you as an associate? I'm going to take a little break here. I know I've been talking a lot. In 1 minute, I'm going to be back. Okay, guys, I'm back. I had to use that opportunity to quickly take a cup of water. Now, what am I saying? What is the value for you as an affiliate? What do you get? How is that beneficial to you, right? The first benefit is, of course, we are paying you an 18% commission on each child that gets into the program through you. That means that you're getting almost like 8,000 Naira for every child that pays 45,000, because we know that we can't do it without you. You attend churches, families that you think that their parents, should be enrolling their kids into learning tech. We don't know all these things. We can't get into all the corners where you already have relationship. And we thought that for your hard work, for helping us to convert these kids into more programs, you get an 18% commission for that. Right, so the enrollment fee is 45,000, and parents can pay at 2 installments. The enrollment fee is 45,000, and you get 18% of that 45,000. 18% of the 45,000 is what you get. Now, how do we intend to support you? Because I know the question on your mind is, are you really going to be there when we are talking to the parents? If I need help, how do you want to support us? Number one is this. I think I fast-tracked my slide. Number one is that we're going to be hosting sessions like this, 30-minute sessions. Many of them we would record them and share them with you so that you can watch to understand how you should be talking to those parents. So that you can tell the parent that it is UI UX design. It is not PDP design. We want you to know the right language to use when you are talking and having a conversation with the parents. The next one is we're going to give you affiliate assets. But remember, this affiliate assets we are giving to you, we won't give it to you today. We'll give it to people that we have seen that have shown traction. For example, if we see that someone convert like 10, 20 parents or kids into this program, we would have to do a business card for you because we know that you have the capacity. That's almost like a job for you already. I mean, imagine you have like 10 parents that get into this program. That's like someone's salary that you're earning. Then for some people that are saying stuff like, oh, I want to go to schools to go talk to schools, we will do ID cards for you, but not everybody. But if we see that you're already showing some traction, you're standing up, you're like, hey, I want to take this serious. You want to go to schools to go. I mean, I have a friend that just told me that she wants to visit almost 20 schools. And then we're like, oh, we're going to do the ID card for you once we see that you've done 5 schools. We will give you LinkedIn branding assets, like a banner on your LinkedIn, saying something like, I'm an affiliate at Utiva Kids. I love children in tech, something like that, so that more parents can recognize that, hey, this person is this. Now, we would also be doing mentoring and coaching. How is the mentoring and coaching structured? If you do well on this program or on this affiliate relationship, what we will do is to connect you with others that are not doing well so that you can support them. So you're a mentor and you're a coach to others that are not doing well, right? Before I run, one of the things I also want to mention is, we have the plan to get into schools and kids clubs. There are kids clubs like teenage churches, like children churches, where you think we should be speaking, introducing the parents to this program, schools that you think we should be partnering with. If you are also on this call, you want to help us hack that market, you want to help us get into that market, this is for you. Interesting. Okay, help us build Utiva Kids as one of the largest learning platform for children. We really want to build this as one of the largest learning platform for children across the entire continent because you work with us. We want to look back in the next 5 years and say, now we have 100,000 kids that we have trained within the Utiva Kids program. And I'm sure that with your presence, we will get it done. Thank you so much for coming to my TED Talk. I will be here to entertain your questions. Have a beautiful time. I'm waiting for your questions, guys. Questions, please. Feel free to unmute yourself if you have questions. Feel free to unmute yourself. I will give you an unmute permission now. Unmute yourself if you have questions. Give me a minute. I feel like I'm old now. I don't even know where they unmute people again. Okay, please feel free. Yes, you can unmute yourself if you have questions. And I'm trying to give you the permission. Okay, I have given you the permission to unmute yourself one after the other. You can raise up your hand. Tolu, over to you.
Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Hi. Is that Adiola, right?
Good evening.
Yes, my name is Adiola Toki.
Okay, let's do Adiola first. Then we go to the next question.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
So, my question, thank you for giving us this opportunity. Thank you for this. So my question goes like this. If I'm to put up something on LinkedIn or Facebook or I have I belong to so many, I have access to so many groups on WhatsApp. I wish to, after explaining everything about the children program, I wish to put our phone numbers there for people to like come and ask questions afterwards, just in case they are interested. Or I wish to put your phone number or email, because definitely they have questions, personal questions about how the class is going to run, and about the instrumental payment that you mentioned earlier. Is it the first installment? Is it going to be half of the 45,000 naira, or just anything? Then they will pay the balance in bulk afterwards. Then what's the first question? I wrote something down.
Adela, what do you do?
I'm an industrial chemist.
Industrial chemist.
Yes.
I like the intelligence. While you're ruminating around the third question, I'll quickly answer your first and second.
Okay.
If you want to put our number, put our number. If you want to put yours, put yours.
Okay.
Remember that we are always here to support you in case you want us to talk to any parents.
Okay.
Every Saturday, we host sessions. You know, if you
Okay.
want to join that session, invite them. We also have videos that we have created to help the parents to really understand what we are talking about. We'll also share one of them with you tomorrow. But we are going to give each person on this call what we call an affiliate link.
Okay.
The affiliate link is a unique link, unique to you, Adela, because you are unique, right? You will get an affiliate link. Once the parent pays through the link, automatically the platform deducts your money and pays it into your account. I don't know if anybody on this call has already gotten their own affiliate link. You know, we've tried to share the affiliate link with as many as possible already. But my team has started onboarding people on the affiliates on the link. It's called Seller. The Seller platform will automatically pay your own money into your account and then pay ours into our account. And automatically the child gets onboarded on the learning platform. It's automated. So if you have not gotten your affiliate link, you know, wait for it. Before tomorrow ends, you will get yours. My colleague is working behind to make sure that everybody gets the affiliate link. The final question Adiola asked, sorry, I do apologize. The second question she asked is, what's the payment structure like? 30,000 first installment, 15,000 last installment. I hope that makes sense. Adiola, if you have any other question, I'm happy to entertain, but if not, I'll go to Toby. Toby's hand is up. Toby, over to you, please.
You said Toby and Tolu.
Oh, Tolu, apologies. How did I miss your name? I do apologize.
All right. I just wanted to ask. I'm not in Nigeria, so I can do not too much on physical enrollment, and my inspiration really is from your story, and I always desire to push for stuff like this. I just wanted to ask about when you say parent, every parent that enrolls, is it per kid or per parent? So if you have a parent with kids, with twins, for instance, what happens? Yeah. Can he enroll
it's per
one
kid?
Okay.
It's per child. It's per child.
All right.
Yeah, I've forgotten that some parents have more than one child. Yeah. I don't know the generation I live. Yeah, per child.
Okay. All right. I just wanted to be sure about that.
Yeah, that's quite interesting. I also like the fact that you were not in the country. So you also understand, from a much more outsider perspective. One of the things I will say is, as many parents as you can also help us reach out to, although you're not in the country, to be very interested. Two of our current kids in the learning program are not in Nigeria. Then even the parent had a conversation with me yesterday and was asking me if a child outside Nigeria can be a part of it. And I said two values for her. Number one is that the child will be learning with, people at home, which is quite very good because I know the value of, reconnecting your child back to the roots. Then secondly, is also that the fact that the child would also learn, tech in, with other kids, right? I don't know if the child gets that opportunity outside the country where the country with the child is, but she gets to learn the tech. I would entertain Kunle. Kunle, do you want to go now? And then we go to Ruth, and then we go to Shirley.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, thank you so much. So I've got two questions. So one is a follow-up to the immediate past question about multiple children. I've personally experienced that where multiple children in the same household, but perhaps they've got only one device. And if the sessions are holding at the exact same time, that becomes a problem. What that means is that all those children are going to share the same device and the same time frame. So I think it's something that you might want to consider to see how to resolve that kind of situation. So that's the first comment I've got on that. So the second one is just to say that so the children, because the age range is quite wide, are they all going to be all together, or you have a system of separating them into age grades, into age categories within that age range that you have? Thank you.
Mic check. Oh, did I lose Kunle? Okay, let me quickly entertain. I was asking
Hello,
what
can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, did you get my questions?
Yes, I got your question, absolutely. I was just asking what you do for a living.
Okay, I'm an ICT professional.
An ICT professional, yes. So what we have done with the learning program is, the sessions are recorded, so kids can watch the sessions later after the classes, which is good. Second piece of the learning is also that, we have divided this class into two different categories: children between the ages of 6 to 10 and children between the ages of 12. So 6 to 12 and 12 to 18 will be learning together. So we've grouped them into categories. And then we also have learning coaches that focus on different age brackets, just to make sure that they are providing support to them at those different levels. Someone asked, are there pre-recorded videos of kids sharing their success stories? Yes, we are creating some. At the moment, we have a bunch of different kids that are sharing their stories right now. We will make that available to you. Are we considering a set of kids? I mean, like the middle class. It's just between any child, any child. I don't think we are ever going to discriminate, because I personally came from the poorest of the poorest background. I came from a background where we didn't have a toilet. We would have to, tear dailies, newspapers, to excuse ourselves. That's where I came from. And, I think that we should give children the opportunity to learn. In fact, we just got into a partnership. Quincy, I do apologize. I have to mute you. We just got into a partnership with an organization that is also serving kids in Benue. For every child that we train in the developed cities like Lagos, Abuja, Port Harcourt, we give a child a scholarship in Benue to learn for free. The internet there is not stable. The facilities there are not available. So we are putting structures together to support those kids in those places. For every child that we train here, we are taking one more child in Benue, and we'll share more, because this is a journey, right? It's a long-term journey. We'll share more information with you on that. Ruth, over to you. Guys, if you know that I'm not going to get to you, you can also drop your questions in the chat.
Hello?
Yeah, please, over
Hello,
to you.
good evening. Yeah, good evening, sir. Actually, Ruth is not the one speaking. She's here. She actually invited me when she was already she was part of you, and so she told me about it. My name is James, and so I have to join her. Yeah, my pleasure. I have to join her through the program. I have been listening to you, sir. It's been quite interesting, and the affiliate marketing opportunity is also interesting. But when she told me before the meeting started, I have to go quickly to your site. Because as an affiliate marketer, I have to know to be sure if I'm marketing, I'm not going to have my gains spill over to another person or spill into the companies without me appreciating it. So for that reason, there are some concerns I had. One, although I heard you mention of a platform, affiliate platform, where you call it seller or something that is going to be tied into any affiliate personnel. So that whenever you do the marketing and the person pays the payment, your own payment is advanced immediately. Absolutely. However, I'm looking at it this way. The program is going to start on 25th. That is, of course, the first batch. Let's put it that way, because it's going to be continuous. It's a continuum. And so I'm looking at, if we talk to people right now or market this opportunity, some parents will not want to pay immediately because, of course, they just heard it. They are going to make some wise decisions. So we will appreciate a situation where on that website, there is a format or a platform where registration is done. But I went to that registration, I found out that registration is just for payments alone. Like if you key in the information of the parents, of course, and then the kid's number and the kid's age, you just say pay. I didn't see anything like registration. Now, I was looking at if we're going to have a platform on that same website where the affiliates take the parents there, register here. I send, they are registered. Then they are already in your database. Then I'm going to walk through the person within 1 day, 2 days, 3 days to make sure they pay. And when they are ready to make payment, I still lead them to the right platform where they make the payment and the payment is effected. So that is one. Then, of course, as an organization, you're going to send in flyers, of course, like e-flyers or something. For me, I practically, I'm not too keen with the e-flyers thing because, like I said, my concern will be I don't want my gains, my advertisement to spill over to another person. So I will, of course, take all your information, advertise about the business and tell them, hey, reach out to me so that I can register you immediately. And I'll be waiting for my friends to come up until I register them. So these are my concerns primarily about you having a platform where we register them first. Because if I meet somebody, okay, let me go to churches now. And then after they close, I meet some parents. Of course, I know some of them. I don't know some. And they say, okay, okay, what do you do, James? Register me first. I register them. Now, where do I register them? Nowhere. I'll just take their number. That's not enough. And that is really not okay. So I'm looking at a situation where...
Absolutely. I get you.
You are the experts here. I'm looking at a situation where you have a place where we do initial registration and I put my code as an affiliate marketer. And then you on your own or the company will know that sooner or later, James will close up this deal. And it will be a patron. So these are what we're looking at. At that time, we'll now take them to that platform where you make the payment and, of course, the standard payment. So
yeah, I totally understand you. Sorry, I mean, because I have other people that are also waiting. I do totally understand the question. Please, if you're not talking, guys, please mute yourself. Olawale, you're distracting us. If you're not talking, please mute yourself, please. So I understand what you're saying. We are going to work on that and see how we can execute that. A system that helps you to click on the registration and then you put the code of your affiliates. That makes sense. And then even if the person pays later without your affiliate link, we can always track back to you that this person was the one that actually referred this individual from the beginning. That makes sense. I think that is very intelligent. Thank you so much. I'll move it to Shirley. Shirley, please. And please, guys, try and make your questions very brief so that we can also entertain other people. Shirley, please.
Okay, good evening. Most of the questions I wanted to ask have been answered. However, you made a mistake with when you were mentioning the part payment stuff. You said 20 and 15. That's a total of 35. not
30,
45.
30, 30.
Okay, 30 and
30. Yes, 30. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
All right.
30
So I'm
and
sorry,
15.
what is the duration, like the difference between the first payment and the second payment? It's like a month.
Yeah, it's a month. So once your kid has stayed with us for 1 month, the child needs to pay another, the balance to complete the learning program.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Shirley. Thank you. Thank you. I'll take one more person, Olawale. Please, guys, drop your questions in the chat room. I promise that we're going to be here for just 1 hour. Olawale, please, over to you.
Yes, sorry. Good evening, everyone. Yeah, what I wanted to ask is this. I don't know if there is a possibility whereby one can directly communicate with the school, because there are a lot of, I'm based in Ibadan, and there are a lot of I'm targeting private secondary schools. So is there the possibility whereby it's not, I don't think it will be, if the school wants to work directly with me as a person. So how do I get to the e-flyers that you are talking about? Is it a proper channel? Because I'm thinking of something that will be more tangible, whereby the kids will be able to communicate directly with me. Then I will just link them up with the school directly and with the program directly. So I don't know, because my network has not been good yet, so I've not been.
Okay, I get you, Olawale. Because I can't even hear you well. I'm really struggling to hear you. What I guess what you're asking is if there is a channel to communicate with us directly. Absolutely. What we are also doing is that we're also creating a brochure that would help you to have all this information in just one document. And then you can share with the parents that you want to talk to. And the brochure would also have your unique links. We will come up with that very soon, and then we'll share that. We are also going to create something like maybe a WhatsApp group for the affiliates so that we can ease off communication. We'll try and make this very easy for us. We'll try and make this very easy. In terms of verifying if the child is really between the ages of 6 to 18, we don't spend a lot of time verifying because that's not the mission. But we have kids experts, in our organization that will know if a child is actually below 6 and the child will not be able to cope, because we don't want to put a child under pressure to learn something that he or she, we assume, is not mentally ready for, although the child might be mentally ready for it, but we just want to have a structured environment for learning. I will take top-notch HR, and then I will go to Dami and we'll call it a day. We will create a WhatsApp group. The conversation continues. The WhatsApp group will continue to increase. Top-notch HR, over to you, please.
Hello, Utiva. Good evening.
Good evening. Good evening.
The opportunity. Okay, I'll go straight to my questions. Okay, I've tried to send it through the chat already. I was asking, first of all, is there any discount for multiple kids from the same parents or same sponsor? Because that's the kind of questions we might get from parents. Okay, I have 3 kids. I want to register all of them. Am I going to pay the same amount for all of them? There are no commissions or no rebates or no discounts, things like that come up. So I don't know if you have anything like that in place.
Yeah, absolutely. My colleague, Ejiro, she's my boss. She's working on that to make sure that it's ready. Ejiro, please put it on your tab. How do we structure for parents with multiple kids? She will figure that out and reach out to you. Okay. Thank you so much. But we'll send much of this information via WhatsApp group. Right. Dami being our last person.
Have testimonial videos or resources.
Yeah, we're creating. Yeah, we are creating testimonial videos. That is very, very, very important. Yes. Because we work with children. We are making sure that we're not using them, for marketing purposes. So we are creating children are very sensitive. So we are trying to make sure that we're not using them for commercial purposes. So we are talking to their parents. Consent. And then we're also talking to the children about how they feel about having their videos everywhere. She feels, I want my video everywhere, but some other children might not like it. So we just want to also ask them, but we'll get testimonial ready in 1 week. Dami being the last person, and then we call it a day. Dami, over to you.
Okay. All right, sorry, before I close, are there packs ready for us to use as well? Frequently asked questions to help to reduce.
Really? So we, just like I mentioned, we're creating a brochure for you. See the brochure as like a 10-page brochure, very descriptive, not too wordy. And then at the end of the brochure, you would have the opportunity to put your own affiliate link, and then you convert it to PDF, and the parent, and you can share with anyone. Once they are done with reading the brochure, they can click on your affiliate link and then they can make payments.
All right, that's great. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good evening. Thank you for this opportunity. I want to ask if after they are done with the program, is there like a certificate for completion, whether they can use it around the world?
Yeah, I mean, technology is not certificate focused. Tech is not certificate focused, but there's certainly a certificate for them to have. It's a digital certificate, but the certificate's available.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, in the absence of other questions, guys, thank you so much. Just a minute, please. This is wrong. Okay, in the absence of other questions, guys, thank you so much for coming around. It's been a pleasure having you. If you don't mind, I would have loved us to take a selfie video, a selfie picture together. I always like to keep these pictures for future references. So if you don't mind, put on your video, let's say hi to each other before we call it a day. Now, what you would notice is that some people's video will not come up because they are probably lying on their bed or they don't have their makeup on. You see that our women would delay now because this is where they want to adjust their wigs and make sure they look beautiful for the picture. But you see, all the people that have been putting on their videos now are men. That validates my hypothesis. Molola just proved me wrong. Okay. I wanted us to just take a picture together, guys. Just a picture. A picture never hurts. Let's do a picture. Thank you. Okay. Oluma, can they just confirm that he or she is actually lying down on our bed? Okay, just say hi to the camera and then I will let you go. Give me a minute. I'm trying to set up my screen to take the picture. Okay, all you need to do is to come closer to the camera and say hello. That's all you need to do. Say hello like this.
Hello.
Thank you, Dami. Thank you.
Hello.
Thank you, Mol. Thank you so much for coming. I hope we do this together.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay, we call it a day. Have a beautiful time. Cheers.
Thank you.